Another day, another lesson. Hello guys and welcome back to Madrasa. I'm Esma and today's first series of linking words is about concession links. درسنا لهذا اليوم يتعلق بأحد الروابط المستعملة في اللغة الإنجليزية وهو يدعى concession. Before we dive in, let's look at our lesson's outline. First, we'll start by defining linking words in general and then concession links. Second, we'll view different types of these concession links. Then a review and finally some exercises. What are linking words and how they work? Simply put, linking words are words or expressions that join together two clauses or two sentences. There are many types of linking words in English, including our lesson today, concession, and each type has its own function. Now, what are these concession linking words? What do they mean? What do they stand for? And how do we use them? By definition, concession linking words are used to join two clauses which show contradiction in meaning. In other words, the result of the second clause is surprising or unexpected. أي أن هذه الروابط تستعمل للربط بين جملتين متناقضتين في المعنى، وبالتالي يكون مضمون الجملة الثانية مفاجئا وغير متوقع. To clarify the definition, we will use the following clauses. Clause number 1, it is cold. Clause number 2, Ala is sitting by the bonfire. So what do you think of clause number 2? Ala is sitting by the bonfire when it's cold outside. Is what's happening logical here? Yes, it is, because these two sentences do not contradict each other. إذن لا يوجد تناقض هنا، لأن الجملة الثانية تعبر عن نتيجة منطقية بالنسبة لعلاقتها بالجملة الأولى. Let's take a look now at the second example. It is cold. Ala here is swimming in the river.
Shut it! Pay attention, smartass.
For our second example, there is a contradiction in meaning because it is not very common or likely for most people to swim in a cold weather. بالنسبة لمثالنا الثاني، يوجد تناقض واضح في المعنى بين الجملتين، فالذهاب للسباحة في جو بارد وممطر يدعو للاستغراب والدهشة فعلا. As a result, when we have two sentences that are contradicted in meaning, we use concession linking words to join them together. So, to join these two clauses together, we're going to use the concession linking words although. Ala is swimming in the river although it is cold. إذن فنحن نستعمل concession linking words للربط بين جملتين متناقضتين في المعنى. Now let's jump to the types of concession links. Concession has got many types of linking words, and each is used within a different and specific structure. Let's start by learning those linking words first. Although, though, even though. Although, though, even though. A common mistake that you should avoid is pronouncing GH at the very end, as in saying although g or although h, in spite of, despite, in spite of, despite. Another common mistake that you should avoid is saying despite of. So choose, it's either in spite of or despite. You can't mix them both. Then we've got however, nevertheless, nonetheless, still, and yet. Remember, although there are many types of concession links, they kind of all mean the same thing. تذكر إذن، رغم وجود العديد من الروابط المستعملة للتعبير عن concession، إلا أنها تقريبا تحمل نفس المعنى، وهو رغم أن أو بالرغم من. We start by although, though, and even though. These linking words are followed by a clause. A clause again means subject plus a verb. For example, although she was a princess, she wasn't happy. As you can see, although comes at the very beginning of a sentence. However, we can also use it in the middle of the sentence. We move now to in spite of and despite. They are usually followed by a noun, a gerund. Gerund means a verb plus ing, going, watching, playing, and they could be followed by the fact that plus a clause. Example, he is sick, he is always smiling. So to use in spite of or despite with a noun, we will say, in spite of his sickness, he is always smiling. To use the gerund, we say, despite of being sick, he is always smiling. Here, we added ing to the verb be. And last, in spite of or despite the fact that he is sick, he is always smiling. Again, just like the previous linking words, in spite of and despite can be used at the very beginning of a sentence or in the middle of the sentence. Last but not least, however, nevertheless, nonetheless, still, and yet. These concession linking words come always in the middle of the sentence. And because punctuation is very important in writing, you should always remember to put these words between either full stop in a comma or semicolon in a comma. Example, I don't understand Spanish. However, I enjoyed watching the Spanish series of La Casa de Papel.
Review.
Now it's time to do some exercises. Exercise number 1. Fill in the blanks with a linking word of concession from the table. Although, still, despite, in spite of, nonetheless. Please stop the video and do the exercises. Number 1. Blank. The current circumstances, we have to stay positive. So we have circumstances is a noun. The linking word that is preceded by a noun is in spite of or despite. Number 2. Selma has a 5-year experience in project management. She hasn't found a job yet. So we have a full stop and after that a comma. And since it's in the middle between two clauses, the answer should be either still or nonetheless. Number 3. Uzil Masoud is very modest. Being a famous football player. Being, verb plus ing, the gerund form of the verb to be. And so, it should be preceded either by despite or in spite of. 4. Oprah Winfrey has today projected net worth of $3.1 billion. The talk show presenter grew in extreme poverty. So Oprah Winfrey is considered as a subject and has is a verb. So we've got here a clause. The only linking word that comes at the very beginning and is followed by a clause is although. 5. Hussam got sick yesterday. He went to school to study. There is a semicolon and a comma in this sentence. So the answer is still or nonetheless. Finally, he has claimed that he never wanted to be a novelist. The fact that he has published so many books. The answer here is in spite of, since we've got the expression the fact that. Good job, everyone! Now let's move to exercise number 2. Join the sentences together using the given expressions. Again, stop the video and try to do the exercise. Number 1. Although we understand our lesson, comma, we make mistakes from time to time. Number 2. Zaki has been working for many years. Full stop. However, comma, he can't buy that nice house. 3. One way to solve it is using the gerund of the verb knows. So we say, despite knowing many people, Suad feels lonely. Another way is using the expression the fact that. Despite the fact that Suad knows many people, she feels lonely. 4. Reading is an important activity for our brains. Full stop. Yet, comma, many people don't read at all. So this is the end of our lesson today. I hope it was helpful. If you have any questions or remarks, please leave them in the comment section below. Until then, see ya!